to a man who could be snorting cocaine in the Oval Office. Stay with us. Let me introduce a new guest at home base. We're going to talk with former Congressman Ron Paul. At Loudmouth number 2, we have, of course, Lisa Sliwa, one of the co-founders of the Garden. Congressman Paul, I should say, Ron, you're running for the presidency of the United States now. Tell me on this 4th of July, cool it, will you please? How can you call for something that I think is un-American, the legalization of drugs in this country?
Because I detest the use of drugs, and I think we would have a lot less drugs used if they were legal. I think it's part of the American system to let people make freedom of choices. We let them read literature and pick and choose what they should read and study. We let them pick which religion they want to follow, very important subjects. So we let people in a free society make their decisions on what's best for their body. We think that smoking sometimes...
Rape and murder people, they should be allowed to do that too.
Lisa, I'll let you jump in. Lisa, let me finish this.
So we believe that individuals in a free society can make choices about their own personal habits. We believe they can eat what they want. Sometimes they do
always felt this way.
Yes, well...
Even when you weren't a libertarian congressman, you're running as a libertarian.
Yes, I was a libertarian congressman. I wouldn't say that when I was 22 I endorsed all the same views, but...
Were you a Democrat or a Republican?
I was a Republican, but I was a libertarian Republican. I always voted a libertarian voting record.
No, so you believe that the government should stay out of our personal business altogether?
Yeah, this is correct.
All right, that's good, guys. It also happens to be my personal business if I want to kill my 4-year-old kid, right?
No, wait a minute. Wait, you're giving libertarian a distorted explanation.
No, sir. You people gave it to yourselves in your platform.
No, let me explain that. The answer is that we are allowed to do what we want. We even prevent people to smoke cigarettes, and that happens to be the most deadly drug in the United States. It kills 320,000 people.
I appreciate it.
Maybe we ought to make it illegal.
I wish you'd ban it.
Good.
If you would, sir, I'd put it on your ride right now.
You can buy it out on the street and pay $5 a package. No, in a free society, we are allowed to make these choices. We can't protect us from ourselves, but there is a strict line that libertarians draw, and that is that you can't step over the bounds and injure somebody else. And this is what the drug laws are doing. They're overstepping the bound. Just the other day, they walked into somebody's house. They suspected he was a drug dealer. He was using his automatic selector, and the police marched in, and they said it looked like a gun after they killed the man. In America! Is that what America's all about? I'd say no. We want privacy. We want due process of the law. That is not America.
Just a few days ago, one of this young lady's people was almost killed, all right?
Oh, her attitude looks like she invited
was almost killed because of your type of demented thinking.
Because I defend the Constitution.
How can I take anyone seriously who looks like... like he just came from Emmett Kelly's funeral.
You're avoiding the issue when the attack is closed. Stick to the issue. The issue is the profit freedom.
Listen, Mr.
Potato. A slime like you in the White House, I puke on you.
You're a real great American.
Give me your point.
All right. 2 points. Earlier, without
let's see how much your hand is shaky. Hold it up so they can see how shaky it is.
Not shaky. Let me tell you something. Your people were hurt because drugs are illegal, not because they're legal. Face it.
Our people were hurt because someone took a baseball bat over our guy's head and took a knife and
That's right,
stabbed him.
because drugs are illegal.
No, our people were hurt because of Mr. Potato Heads like you, elitist white people who do not live in drug-infested neighborhoods. We are paying the price for your so-called freedom. What about my freedom to walk down the street without being accosted?
That's because they're illegal, you idiot.
You're protecting.
They're illegal.
Those laws, you people who support the laws, are the greatest protector of the drug dealer. The drug dealer under our
You
system
are the
is
protector
all
of the drug dealers, but you give them the business. We know.
If you want to put the drug dealer out of business overnight, it's legalized drugs. There's no drug dealer. There are no drug dealers. Why don't we have prohibition of alcohol? Who's for prohibition of alcohol? Who's for prohibition of alcohol?
Can I ask a question? No, I want to go to Congressman Rangel for just a second. Congressman, you've had an opportunity to be on the phone hearing this. As an elected official, what would you say to this man who would be president?
Well, I don't believe he's serious. At least that position got him on your show, which is far more publicity than he's probably gotten before. But it just seems to me that it's just to talk about it would be a moral surrender to the drug laws. It cannot work. It is not going to work, and we will be surrendering before we even fought a battle.
That's right. We have not yet begun to fight. We have not really waged a war. This man will only be president of
The laws protect the CIA to run illegal wars. That's what they're doing. All the crime in the world, the terrorist nations, they depend on the profits of drugs. $500 billion a year. There's more money, listen to this, there's more money spent on illegal drugs than on food in the world. If you care about people, let them spend the money on food, not on drugs. Drugs are worthless. They're totally worthless.
Are you telling me that it's a person's own choice to use drugs?
It's a personal choice.
Let me ask you something. Wait a minute. There's a difference between drugs and religion. Although drugs and religion is somebody. How do they make a choice when their mind is screwed up and you mention the Constitution? How do they defend the Constitution if they got public?
Where do you buy the drugs?
Why didn't they have a drug law until 1914? Why? Tell me.
Where do you buy the drugs?
You'd be a wonderful presidential candidate.
Why didn't they have a drug law? You never hear
Because it
George
took that long to
Washington
find out
come.
the
Show
crap
me
you
where
had
Thomas
before the
Jefferson
legal
wrote
drugs.
the drug law. Show me. Where were the drug laws
You know what?
during the 19th century?
There were also no speeding
Where were
laws
they?
for cars. We didn't
weren't
have
any
the
cars,
Right. We didn't have the
Cars.
cars.
So what better for you to shoot somebody
You're
else
talking
then?
about people's freedoms, right? You're talking about people's freedoms. Listen, the only thing you can be president of is Disneyland because you are in another world.
You don't make any sense.
I like the sense of Mr. Rangel.
Otto would like to talk with Congressman Rangel. Go
Take
ahead,
the
Otto.
glasses off,
Congressman
Arnold. Let's see
Rangel.
your eyes.
Congressman Rangel.
Now let me ask you.
Congressman Rangel, in response to your op-ed piece in the New York Times,
Go ahead,
from my
respond.
cheap seat, I can see that the emperor wears no clothes. While you can't tell the government's interest from organized crimes, how come you and organized crime share the same buddy-buddy interest in keeping drugs illegal?
Let me tell you something about the New York
Do you
Times.
think that they're
The New
afraid
York
of
Times
Charles
for
Rangel
1
declaring
year,
a war
the
on
New York
drugs?
Times did
You're
not
probably
even
one
know.
of their best friends in Washington.
I don't-
In fact,
I
you
don't
are
get
acting
nothing
as
from
a
this.
lobbyist
I
for the
don't-
black market.
Listen, the New York Times did not even know there was a crack problem on 42nd Street in New York City, 1 block from their offices.
Oh, but
The validity of what they say is about as
it,
valid
right?
as what you say. Half
No,
of
as
them
a
are
matter of
smoking
fact, the
reefer too.
restaurant owners there made him know
I'm
about it.
glad that Curtis Sliwa's losing his voice.
Alcohol, people who use alcohol has about a 15% addiction rate. With hard drugs, it's about 60 to 90%.
No,
It's the cocaine. Go to that zoo and find out.
You're talking about the difference in usage between legalizing and having it illegal.
No, we're talking about
Before
saving America before our country
Before
goes down the drain.
1915, there were 20,000. Wait a minute.
You brought it up. Let's remember this. Let's remember this. Here, this puts it, wait a second, this puts his argument to crap right away. During Prohibition, you had upwards, all right, of 2 million alcoholics in the United States when it was illegal, all right? Soon as you legalized it, we've got 38 million alcoholics